Hi, welcome to sense number 42, the sense of reason. And as always, before we begin, go ahead and do your 1 to 10 in your journal work, and then come back and let's chat about this sense number 42. So the entire title is Sense of Reason, including memory and the capacity for logic and science. I feel like this sense is one of those that we wouldn't normally think of as a sense, but it is. We all have this sense of reason that we can connect to, that is inherently part of us. That is one of these web strings that keeps us connected and in balance with everything. We are often, though, just in general, we have been so socialized out of our connection to our own reason. And I think we have to differentiate and really look at the difference and identify the difference between connecting with our own inherent sense of reason and listening to someone else's reasons. Because we can get caught up, just like we can with language, the things we talked about during that sense. We can get caught up in someone else's agenda, leave our bodies, go into our heads, and just kind of entrain with what they're wanting to, whatever their agenda is, whatever they're wanting to promote, or however they're wanting you to see things. So this is very different. This is us actually tuning into our inherent sense of reason. And when we start doing that, things start to become really clear. But we have been so socialized out of that. We've been so trained to become so unaware of the wisdom of our bodies, of our true natures, of nature in general. And because we've become so disconnected from that, it becomes really easy for someone else to come in with their corporate agenda, with their political agenda, with their personal agenda, anything that serves them that may or may not necessarily serve you or be in alignment with your higher knowing, with your own wisdom. So it's so important that we tune back into this sense of reason. And when we do, we can start having these realizations when we come out of this world of what we've been taught and come into the world of the wisdom of our bodies. We start to ask reasonable questions. For instance, is it reasonable that we would be polluting our water and our air that we breathe? Is it reasonable that we would be cutting down, decimating the forests that produce the oxygen that we require as a species to survive? Is that reasonable? Is it reasonable that we consume pesticides or put chemicals on our body that cause disease and disruption in our body's own natural rhythm and systems? Is that reasonable? Is it reasonable that non-human animals should be treated with respect and treated humanely? Just those are some examples of, I think, questions that come up when we're connected to our sense of reason that most people don't ask because they have been, through no fault of their own, socialized from very early on not to be connected to this sense of reason and not to be able to see that bigger picture. So today for your activity, just bring this into your awareness and maybe start to look at choices you're making or opportunities that come to you and be able to connect in with your sense of reason. When someone comes to you with an agenda of their own, challenge yourself to stay in your body and to listen while connected with your inherent sense of reason, and see what happens with that. So, as always, I would love to hear. Don't forget to journal after this activity and do your 1 to 10. And thank you so much for being here and making yourself and thus the world a healthier, more connected place. Thank you.